Welcome to Grok Talks, where raw ideas become real conversations. Thanks for showing up. There's something almost comic about the origin story of modern AI. Not the sci-fi origin, not the doom scroll origin. The actual engineering fact. The whole leap happened because we got extremely good at mapping which words tend to hang out with which other words. Statistical relationships, how often they co-occur, the probabilities of what follows what. That's the bedrock. Next token prediction trained across the flood of everything humans have written. And then that ancient line lands with a strange new weight. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John's Gospel doesn't ease you in with shepherds or a census. It drops you straight into the absolute start, the Logos. For the Greek-speaking readers he was writing to, Logos wasn't a mere label or vocabulary item. It was the speaking forth itself, the rational pattern that holds chaos into shape, the divine conversation that generates a world, the Word with God, the Word that is God, meaning as the first principle. What if that has fresh resonance now? Because the systems we're building refuse to treat words as sealed packages of meaning. They treat them as positions in a living network. A word means what it means by its company, by the statistical pressure of its neighbors across billions of sentences. It's like language is one enormous star chart. Every word a point of light, and the statistical relationships are the lines of gravity and the constellation lines that let patterns appear. You stand back and suddenly Orion is there, or the Big Dipper, meaning that was never inside any single star, only in how they all pull on one another. That chart is what the models learn. An embedding places river near bank in one region of space, and money near bank in another. Context decides which light to follow. Attention lets words look across a sentence and reweight one another on the fly. The whole engine is pure semiosis. I keep circling back to Borges for the sheer scale of this. In The Library of Babel, he invents a universe that is a library, endless hexagonal galleries, shelves packed with books of fixed length written in a limited alphabet. Every possible combination of letters exists somewhere. Every story that could ever be told, every true history, every false one, and vast oceans of pure letter noise that mean nothing at all. The librarians wander forever hunting for the volumes that cohere, the ones where the signs have arranged themselves into living relations. Most of the library is unreadable gibberish. Meaning is rare, almost mythical. What we've done with AI is something those librarians could never manage. We ignored the infinite noise and trained only on the books humans already wrote, the ones where the combinations worked. From that, the model reverse engineers the patterns of successful relation. It builds the star chart of probable constellations. Then it walks new paths through the same gravity, new sentences, new code, new arguments that never existed before. That's continuous semiosis at a speed and scale we can barely hold. The model isn't storing a dictionary of fixed definitions. It's storing the living process by which signs keep producing more meaning simply by how they sit together. Your own reading does this every time you meet a sentence. The words light each other up in sequence. A metaphor lands because heart has spent centuries near break and love and stone. The lattice flexes under you. And here's the part that makes me stop and grin a little wickedly. Once the map is dense enough, it starts extending itself. We prompt, it generates, we edit and argue and feed the results back in. New data enters future training runs. Humans and machines tugging on the same threads of that star chart. New constellations forming that no single mind planned. So the scripture opens differently. Next, the word that was in the beginning was never a solitary object. It was already relation, with God as God, generating the world through its own internal conversation. And now we're watching a pale computational echo of that process, meaning arising from the pure mutuality of signs, not the full divine logos, of course not, but a rhyme that feels almost too neat to ignore. Maybe that's why the tools feel uncanny. They've automated the oldest magic we have, the way words create realities by relating to other words. What do we do with that? I think we lean into the lattice. Write carefully. Speak as if the words are still making worlds. Prompt with intention instead of just extraction, because every time we use language, we're participating in that semiosis, adding a little more light to the star chart that future minds will walk. None. And the hopeful piece is that the process remains open. Meaning isn't finished. Meaning, the beginning keeps beginning whenever signs meet and light each other up. Not, you might have noticed I kept saying semiosis. semiosis. It means the living process by which signs generate meaning through their mutual relations. That's the quiet engine under both the ancient word and these new statistical maps, and it's still running through us, with us, still making the world mean something. Same time, new word.